right, at this time we have to take just a momentary pause as we await the arrival of some special guests. Oh, look, they happen to be coming in the back door. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you the Bellevue University men's soccer team. And as you can probably guess, our next inductee is Mark Heath-Preston. You probably know the old adage, those who can't do, coach. That doesn't really apply to Mark. Mark is the career scoring leader in Bellevue history on the soccer pitch, and now in his 6th year as the coach of the men's soccer squad. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mark Heath-Preston.
Mark Heath-Preston, men's soccer, 2006 to 2010. Mark Heath-Preston is among the most decorated soccer players and the most prolific goal scorer in program history. He played 4 seasons from 2006 to 2010 and helped the Bruins win the conference regular season title in all 4 seasons, as well as capture 3 conference tournament titles. He is one of just 4 Bruins soccer players to earn first-team all-conference honors in 3 seasons, was twice selected as MCAC Offensive Player of the Year, and is one of just 5 players to twice earn All-American recognition. Despite losing nearly his entire senior season to injury, Mark remains the career leader in goals scored, game-winning goals, points, and is part of a 3-way tie for 6th in assists. His 2008 season stands out as 4 program standards he set that year still remain, including his 41 points, 2.56 point per game scoring rate, 17 goals, and his 1.06 goals per game rate. Bellevue made 3 regional tournament appearances during his career and earned the program's first trip to the NAIA National Tournament in 2009. He scored an unassisted goal to help the Bruins pick up their first ever national tournament victory over Bethel and send the Bruins onto the final site. Mark received his bachelor's degree from Bellevue University in Health and Human Performance, while also earning a master's degree from Bellevue University in Leadership. He is currently in his 5th season as the head men's soccer coach at Bellevue University. Mark is married to his wife, Molly, and the couple has 2 daughters, Ivy and Reese, and a son, Finn.
I've known Mark for 24 years now, since the age of 9. Played football together back home in England. He was actually a goalkeeper to begin with, so that'll make you laugh. But he was a cracking keeper.
I first met Mark when I was his technology teacher at Mathwell High School in Norfolk.
Well, we recruited Mark in 2005. We recruited him along with Tom after getting a couple of DVDs sent through from a recruitment agency. We saw that he was scoring a lot of goals for Kingsley in and around their reserve team and first team, so it became apparent he should be a player that we signed.
Definitely had no patience. He would get ready probably 2 hours before we'd even have a team talk with Briggsy. He would be kitted out, and I think that was just him in general. No patience whatsoever, wants to get the job done.
I found him a well-mannered, hard-working young man who always gave him his best. And later, as I was at the school, I became involved with the football teams, and Mark was one of those young players that I saw, and he was a very, very good player. Obviously, Mark has become a first-class coach and has worked extremely well with your soccer teams, and to hear that he is being recognised for his work is great news.
The good thing with our team back in the day was that everyone wanted to win in training, and even him and probably Leon would get to fisticuffs at times, but then they'd be best mates as soon as Briggsy called the whistle, just because that intensity in training probably went onto the field, and that's probably why we were so successful back in the day, and especially for him because he always wanted to win.
A favourite story about signing those two when they went for their visa appointments in London. I called them the day of the appointment. It was at the time without Zoom or Skype, so I had to keep booking time in Jerry Moss's office because he was there and one that had international calls. As I called them to see how it went on, they were both in the pub, and I think that set the time for their time here at Bellevue.
And it's hard to think of going back so long of a player, what he did off the field. It was more probably the camaraderie of making sure we was always together as a team, whether it was partying or doing whatever we did back then. Because I think of him now as my best mate and my coach. Even though he was always my best mate, we was always just in that player mentality. But now, with our coaching minds on, what he does in the coaching game is unbelievable.
I think when you consider someone who might be Hall of Fame worthy, you've got to look at, did they leave the program in a better place once they finished their career, and did they create a legacy? And certainly Mark did both. You look at where we were as a program when Mark came, and then where we were when he finished, certainly nationally recognised and making national tournament appearances. Mark certainly did that as a player. He embodied everything about being a Bruin, with his attitude and effort on the pitch, and then his enthusiasm as well off it, supporting other programs. And I think that's when you look at it, he helped gel programs and teams together.
To say I'm very proud of Mark Heath-Preston is an understatement, and certainly America's gain is England's loss. I just feel very, very lucky to have been part of Mark's life.
I think you look at Mark and what he's achieved as a player was certainly a catalyst. Him and Tom and other players were certainly catalysts for our success, but certainly Mark and his goals. So as a player, he was fantastic. And he left a legacy there. Now he's continuing to build a legacy moving forward as a coach and keep progressing the program. I think you look at as a coach, you look at your wins and your losses and tournaments made and that, and they're all fantastic. But my biggest pride when I look back on my career is seeing Mark and seeing Tom and seeing what they're doing as coaches, and seeing Mark now lead the men's program and take that on to new heights is certainly one of the proudest moments of my coaching career. I'd like to wish him all the best moving forward. I miss working with him, look forward to the opportunity of working with him again, hopefully in the future. And have a good night. Take care, mate.
Anything else I'd like to say?
He's sitting right here.
He's sitting
What
right.
would you like to say to him?
Do you want to have a beer, mate? That'll be my first question. That's a very important question. And then, I don't know, I'll just tell him I love him. He's my best mate.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Bellevue University Athletics Hall of Fame, Mark Heath-Preston.
In. Jerry's fallen asleep at the front here, so we'll be quick. Oh, sorry. Boys, thank you for coming. I appreciate all of you. Thank you, lads. First of all, I want to thank everyone that put today together. The golf day yesterday, I know it's a lot of work going on. Being in the athletic department, I understand all the work's been put in, so thank you for that. I want to thank the committee for getting me in there. Honestly, seeing some of the other guys, Mike Livergood's been here for 29 years, and he just got put in last year, and I can't believe I'm in that bracket now. That's unbelievable. So yeah, thank you for that. Tom, and there's a lot of people up here that are thanking their parents, their family and stuff like that, and I didn't have that here. I know this guy since I was 9, playing the same team together. Some strange English guy, Matt Briggs, called us up, said, do you want to come play Nebraska? I had no idea where Nebraska was, where Omaha was. I called Tom, said, did the same guy call you? I said, yeah, should we go? Yeah, great. Got off the plane, ended up in Gloria's house. I don't know if that was a good idea, her letting us stay in the house for the year, but anyway. So thank you for you, Tom, for everything you've done, being there for me all the time. And 14 years later, our offices are next door to each other, so I couldn't be happier. One of the biggest thank yous goes out to Briggsy, coach. It was Briggsy being got off the plane, otherwise I'd call him coach. But not just as a coach, for the 4 years I had you. You gave me the chance to be an assistant coach here for you, a mentor to me, and now one of my best friends. And I could stand here and tell stories about 6 a.m. running at Hayworth and running around the field and half-time team talks, driving the van a million miles an hour, but I'm not going to go into that stuff because I don't want to hear it. But the only memory I have from you is our friendship now. And I think that's the most important thing that I get out of this experience at Bellevue. So thank you for all you've done, for giving me the opportunity. If it wasn't for the opportunity to come over and play, I'd never met my beautiful wife, Molly, had our kids, and all my friends and family that are out here to support me tonight. Thank you all for coming out. So I don't really have too many more thank yous to make, to be honest with you. So again, thanks to the committee, thanks for everything that's done tonight. Gloria, thank you for letting me stay in your house. Again, sorry for everything you did to it. I hope it's all right now. Tom and Matt, thank you. Enjoy that, everyone.